This week, in the upper Midwest, we've got kickers and long snappers to talk about from Michigan. We'll tell you where they're going. The top high school QB prospect in the Hoosier State has volunteered his services to the SEC. And the University of Kentucky continues to raid Ohio high school football's top shelf, this time at tight end. That news and so much more on State Champs Scout Show. Hi, and welcome inside the State Champs Network studio for another edition of Scout Show, presented by Lawrence Technological University. My name is Lorne Plant, and if you're a high school athlete that wants to compete at the next level, Lawrence Tech wants you to recruit yourself. Hear me out. You go to LTUathletics.com, you click on the Recruit Yourself link, fill out a short questionnaire, and LTU coach gets back to you within 48 hours. It's that simple. There are over 24 varsity-level NAIA sports offered at Lawrence Tech for men and women. Go to LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. This is the show for the high school sports recruiting enthusiast. We cover Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio 50 weeks a year. Get more content by checking out our Scout Team blogs at StateChampsNetwork.com. Our resident pro, former Seattle Seahawk and New York Giant quarterback Ryan Van Dyke has a message this week to high school athletes regarding the dangers of being a one-sport athlete. But that's later. Right now, let's get to the news.
This is Allen Trieu taking a look at the latest recruiting news from the state of Ohio. Cincinnati Moeller's Josh Caddis has given a verbal commitment to Kentucky. The Wildcats continue to do well in the state of Ohio, and in Caddis get a 6'4", 245-pound frame and a prospect who had offers from many other Power 5 schools. An excellent blocker from his tight end spot, Caddis is also a sure-handed target in the passing game. A 2-year starter at Moeller, Caddis' father, Eric, played at Michigan and then for 6 seasons in the NFL. A recruit to look out for this summer is Stowe Monroe Falls' rising senior quarterback, Owen Bainbridge. A really good athlete at 6'5", 195 pounds, Bainbridge has worked hard this offseason to prepare for June college camps where he will get to throw for coaches in person for the first time in over a year. He has 6 offers currently from Akron, Buffalo, Eastern Kentucky, Toledo, Yale, and Youngstown State, but other programs like Nebraska have been in contact and want him to come throw for them. Cincinnati Anderson tight end Brody Foley is beginning to move closer to a decision and has June officials planned with Tennessee, Indiana, and Minnesota, with Rutgers likely to be another stop. He gets 5 officials altogether, so there is available room for schools like Auburn, Arkansas, Illinois, Michigan State, Pitt, Purdue, West Virginia, and Wisconsin to battle it out and get him on campus. He has said that it is possible he would commit before taking all of his officials, though. A 6'5" prospect, Foley's combination of receiving skills and blocking ability has made him a sought-after prospect. Cincinnati McNicholas guard Carson Seaman has committed to Augusta University in Georgia. The 6'1", 175-pound Seaman averaged 12.6 points, 5.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 2 steals per game as a senior. He was the runner-up for his conference's Player of the Year and a third-team All-Southwest Ohio selection. That's it for recruiting news this week. I'm Allen Trieu.
Did you record an unbelievable touchdown, a game-winning goal, or just a proud parent moment? Then we want your clip. Upload your video to the brand new State Champs Network app so we can feature it on one of our shows and give your player, team, and school the recognition they deserve. All it takes is just a few easy clicks, and every clip that is submitted will automatically be eligible for prizes. Download the State Champs Network app today for iPhone and Android devices.
This is Scott Burnstein from Indiana. Center Grove junior quarterback Taven Jackson earned his 4th recruiting star and then committed to Tennessee last week, providing the state's field general with the highest upside, a home at the college level in the SEC. The definition of a dual-threat dandy, Jackson threw for 1,700 yards and 17 touchdowns back in the fall for his state champion and nationally ranked Center Grove Trojans. He scored 6 touchdowns on the ground and completed almost 70% of his passes. As a sophomore, Jackson quarterbacked Center Grove into the state finals. His style of play on the field reminds many of a young Patrick Mahomes. His pedigree is elite, with his dad Dale being a retired NBA vet and his big brother Tracy currently at Indiana University and on his way to NBA draft status in the coming year. During his recruiting, he garnered more than 30 offers from the likes of Auburn, Florida, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Texas A&M, TCU, Oregon, UCLA, Michigan, Missouri, South Carolina, Oklahoma State, and Ole Miss. Westfield junior defensive end Popeye Williams committed to Louisville over the weekend, pulling one of the best pass rushing prospects in the Midwest off the board for the class of 22. The 6'4", 250-pound Williams helped take Westfield to an appearance in the 6A state championship game last fall, finishing the season with 50 tackles and 6 sacks. Alabama, Tennessee, Purdue, Michigan State, Penn State, Illinois, Kentucky, Virginia Tech, and Wisconsin all offered. On the basketball recruiting scene, Purdue plucked a commitment from Westfield junior guard Braden Smith, a high-scoring, spunky, and cerebral floor general from the Indianapolis area. Smith dotted the stat sheet for 22 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals a game in 2021. He's the second major grab for Matt Painter and the Boilermakers in the last week, after Carmel guard Brian Waddell committed to Purdue after he won a state championship with his Greyhounds. Lawrence North point guard Shamar Avance is signing with Miami of Ohio this week after a brilliant senior campaign leading his squad into the state finals last month at the 5A level. The heady, high-motor Avance was the Marion County Player of the Year, averaging 21 points and 7 dimes per outing. Checking in from Indiana, this was Scott Burnstein.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare. I'm Lorne Plant with recruiting news for Michigan. Birmingham Seaholm's Michael Donovan has parlayed a shot at playing Division I football in the most unconventional of ways. And if offensive linemen are the ultimate anonymous contributor, someone you only notice if they mess up, long snapper can't be far behind. In every NFL draft nowadays, someone sneaks in a pick of a long snapper, and every team has 1 or 2 guys who can snap the ball for field goals, extra points, and punts. That value trickles all the way down to the high school and college games, where the ability to snap gives players another skill to showcase for recruiters and talent evaluators. The 6'3", 230-pound offensive tackle Donovan recently committed to Michigan State as a long snapper. He's ranked as a 4.5-star recruit at the position and the number 39 player in his class by Rubio Long Snapping. He also had offers from Marshall and Saginaw Valley. Belleville's become a talent factory for players at all positions in the last half-dozen years, but perhaps no single position more than defensive back. Could a 2024 prospect be next? Freshman Lorenzo Jennings pulled in his first Division I offer at the end of April with a bid from Kentucky. The 5'11", 175-pound speedster, who runs the 40 and 4.5 flat, finished his freshman season with the Tigers with 7 passes broken up, 10 tackles, and 2 interceptions. According to Tracking Football, 86% of the picks in the recent NFL draft were multi-sport athletes in high school. 2/3 participated in track and field in the football offseason. That bodes well for Ann Arbor Huron's multi-sport stud, Tyler Bivens, who has dominated on the camp circuit while also running track for the River Rats. Sporting a 4.56-second laser time 40 mark, the 6', 170-pound defensive back has held his own against any and all wideout competition at this spring's camps. Bivens recently picked up his first Division I offer from Purdue, where former Eastern Michigan head coach and University of Michigan defensive coordinator Ron English mentors the cornerbacks. Heartland kicker Nathan Diebert was recently elevated to 5-star recruit status by nationwide kicking guru Brandon Kornblum, who listed him as the second-ranked leg and Michigan's underclassmen specialist behind Ann Arbor 2023 Adam Samaha and the top dog in the state's class of 2022. Diebert was 3 for 4 on field goal attempts in the shortened 2020 season, hitting from 30, 32, and 47 yards out, and was 20 for 27 in reaching the end zone with kickoffs. The 5'11", 195-pound Diebert, who also plays soccer for Heartland, is the number 17 overall ranked kicker by Corn Blue Kicking and the number 23 punter. That's the latest from Michigan. I'm Lorne Plant.
Hi, this is Ryan Van Dyke with State Champs Network. So I want to talk to you guys today about the 3 dangers of being a one-sport athlete. Number 1, it's too early to tell, all right? If you're a 9-year-old and you're only playing one sport, you're missing out on so much breadth of what sports has to offer, as well as all the different movements and disciplines that go into, the physical and mental side of sports. Maybe you get to high school and you're at a big high school and somebody tells you, hey, you need to focus on this one sport to be good at it. Well, yeah, you can do that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think you shortchange yourself on the athletic experience. Having different teammates, having different coaches, different speeds and ways to get coached up are very integral to your athletic progression. Number 2 is it does a great deal to enhance your athletic ability. All right, I was a basketball player as well as I played baseball. I was too temperamental in baseball, so I ended up giving that up. All right, and I focused on basketball and football. Well, I tell kids to this day, some of the best strides that I made as a quarterback was when I was not playing football. I got away from football. I worked on my jumping, my agility, my competitive nature, my ability to adapt to something new. It really helped me with my balance and my explosiveness in football. A pitcher who plays quarterback and he's not so worried about the ebbs and flows of the game, he just is worried of the job that he has to do. The number 3 thing is burnout. Okay, you spend a lot of time focusing on one thing with everything that you got and everybody talking to you about it. It's really difficult to get away from. In fact, it's almost impossible. This is Ryan Van Dyke, State Champs Network.
State Champs Network is all about high school highlights, and we cover a variety of sports all year long. We film about 24 games each and every week in the tri-state area. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or watch it all on our State Champs TV YouTube page or our website, statechampsnetwork.com. We do have a free streaming app as well where you don't just get high school sports. We cover esports and robotics on a weekly basis. Just search State Champs Network on the Apple or Google Play Store. It's also available on Amazon Fire Stick and Roku. I'm Lorne Plant. We're getting back to work because recruiting never stops. State Champs Scout Show is proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare.